Welcome, District 12 Toastmasters. Today we're interviewing Suzanne Leonard. Welcome, Suzanne.
Thank you, Rob. My pleasure.
We have one question for you. Why
Okay.
did you join Toastmasters?
Oh, because I needed it so much and I didn't know I needed it so much. As a lifetime educator, school librarian, ordained minister, all these kinds of things that teach me how to be in the public, I realized that I was missing the mark. My congregants were not falling asleep, but were not attentive, reading the paper, bringing out their phones, you've lost connection. And my students were apathetic. I mean, in first grade, everybody loves everybody, and we understand no fighting, no biting. So it wasn't that, but they weren't engaged in the way I wanted them to be. And I thought, it's not them. They're adorable, bright, wonderful. I was teaching at a magnet school at that time in Sacramento, and we had all kinds of funding, and we had a band and music and art specialists. But I wasn't on my mark, and I used to be on my mark, and I'm used to being used on my mark. So I thought, you know how to talk and you're engaging, but do you know how to speak? How to speak to your audience now. And this was pre-COVID time when we're playing catch up for all that nonverbal communication that we didn't have. So I had a friend say, you might try Toastmasters. And I had no idea what it was. I didn't have a friend in Toastmasters. So I said, okay. And I went to a meeting. Valley Toastmasters is my home club. I've been a member there going on 12 years. And we were locked out, which led me to believe how important the sergeant at arm is for a Toastmaster club. So we went across the street at what was then Pizza Chalet, and it was a hot summer night in August, and they were celebrating something, and the whole place smelled like sweaty boys. I mean, it was adorable, but we were in the back section of it, and they were attempting, I wasn't in yet, to hold a meeting, and I thought, dang, they've got resilience and pluck and all those things. So we were talking like this. It was just too funny. And so I went back. I gave them, luckily for me, a second chance. And I've been a loyal member. I belong to 3 clubs now, and each one of them, Rob, serves a different part of my going forward as a speaker and a leader. Valley is a club that meets every week. It's my home club, and I kind of have a mentor role there. I've been club president, and sergeant at arms was my first position there. And then I belong to Entrepreneurs Club, which is a new adventure for all of us. We've been chartered. I was a charter member just 2 years, but it speaks to my entrepreneurial essence. I mean, as a lifetime educator, I've got a book or two in me and probably some keynote speeches on the importance of parents in the equation of educational and learning. And then I have a club that meets my needs as we serve the community. And that's we haven't been along too long, maybe 5 years or so, Tumbleweed Toastmasters it was, maybe longer than that. And we now are communication leaders of the Inland Empire. And I remember when we were transferring the name title from Tumbleweed Toastmasters to it was a long meeting, and we were saying, no, that doesn't sound right. But when we came up with communication leaders of the Inland Empire, we just all kind of opened up. And we are current members of the Redlands Chamber, and we've had lots of good activity. We've just been a member there a year, but we can see the benefit of that membership. And so we serve that. I have spoken to Rotary through a connection, and we have had guest speakers come from the chamber. So we're serving the community and teaching leaders how to talk. They think they do because they have a lot to say, but if you were to listen to them, you would come up with a page full of ahs and ums and you knows. But we don't tell them we can fix that right away. We say, come to us and we can polish your presentation. So that's a bit of my history of why I love it, why I stay in it. I have served the district in a myriad of roles, and I love it, and I keep coming back. And so that's my story about my, up till now, life journey with District 12 Toastmasters.
Thank you, Suzanne. Thank you for this interview.
You're welcome. My pleasure.